Hey everybody, it is Tim and
Megan.
over here at Wednesday with the Whittemore Group, and today we're going to talk about listing your home in the January months, the winter months. All right, so let's get into it. So most people are kind of wary of listing their property during the winter months because normally they want to be, well, what do they say? Spring is king. Usually those first 2 months in May is when everybody really wants to kind of jump in on it. It's what do they call the golden window of actually jumping in. However, selling in the winter is not that bad if you decide to do so. Actually, lately it's been up 7% since last year nationwide of sales actually in January. So it looks good. So there are some really good opportunities for you to actually when you are selling in the January months, and we're going to go over those here today. So let's get right into it. The first one, the winter weather can work in your favor. It really can. Statistically, there's about 23 nationwide. There's about 23% of the homes, less homes being sold in the winter months. However, this has more potential for you to actually have less competition. How great is that? So this could be an ideal time for you actually to list your house. Now, in the environment that we are here in Florida, it's mild pretty much year round. Even though we're wearing jackets right now, it's really not that bad out. It's the Florida skin. People are more apt to go out and actually go to open houses and check out listings because it's not scorching hot outside. So it doesn't feel like you're going to die when you walk out there. So places like here, like in Texas and Miami, you're going to see a spike still in the January seasons. However, if you're in Minnesota or one of the frozen tundras, it still applies that there's still going to be less people selling their house during that time. So you do have a possibility to beat out that competition. Remember, there's less choices out there. What else we got?
All right, tip number 2, make sure that you list your home at the right price. In most markets, because January isn't a high selling month, pricing your home can be tricky. You don't want to price it too high or even too low. Generally, when you put your home on the market in the winter, buyers assume that you're desperate to sell your home and that you'll take a lower price. But be patient. You can always take your home off the market and put it back on in the springtime when there are more competitive offers. You can also spark interest in selling your home in January by pricing your home slightly under comparable homes in order to draw in multiple offers. More offers tend to drive up the value of your home, prompting more competitive bids from buyers who often end up paying more than the listing price.
Right. So this is really what we talk about positioning. So you're going to position your home in order for it to compete with the other ones that are out there. Now, if there's still a high influx of listings, it's normal. It's normal. It's business as normal, I think is what I was trying to say. And you can still conduct your marketing and everything else that you need to at that time. As far as the lowball offers are concerned, that happens year round. So if somebody really thinks that that's what's going to happen, you still have the opportunity to counter that offer and still get a realistic and market-worthy price for your home. All right. So next is we have know who typically house hunts during the winter months. Now, if this seems out of cycle for people purchasing homes, just think about it this way. People change jobs all the time. It sucks to be right after Christmas, but it's better than during Christmas, right? So say they change jobs and they have to come over here. We're in a big military community here. It could be a PCS that they had to do. It could be a divorce. It could be anything like that they would have to go through. And people still need to live in houses and move into houses even here in January, in the beginning of the year. Just know that because of that, they're maybe more willing to negotiate to get you a better price for your house. Also know that all these buyers aren't all young adults with young kids, right? So especially here during the winter months, we do have what we call the snowbirds that come down here, and we're always happy to have them, and they are looking for places that they can stay down here at least part-time the year to get away from the frozen tundras. And I suggest that.
Yes.
What else we got?
All right, number 4, understand your local housing market. The months that your home will sell the best can differ drastically from market to market. So it's important to know your specific market. To make sure that your home doesn't stay listed too long, it's a good idea to use a comparative market analysis, which your realtor can get for you. And this will make sure that your house is priced accurately and competitively for your market. It's also important to know if your market is favoring buyers or sellers. In a buyer's market, you can expect to have your home on the market longer, versus in a seller's market, you'll have more competitive offers and your home will sell more quickly and at a higher price.
Right. So right now we're still, nationwide, we're still in a seller's market. We have been hearing about a shift coming up into our market, but we don't know until we see it. So we haven't seen any indications for that, so we would still be marketing as a way of a seller's market, which is great for you selling your house. What we were talking about before with our comparative market analysis is give you an idea where to position your home in terms of price and terms. All right, last one. Winter curb appeal. Yes, there is such of a thing. So if you are up there in the frozen tundras up there in the north, I do suggest a couple of things that you can do. One thing is to get the old shovel out and make sure that those walks are clear. It's just going to look a lot better. Plus, they're not going to be tracking as much snow and stuff inside your house. Maybe even have them take off their shoes, put a little sign up there so it doesn't get too crazy in there. Other things you can do regardless of where you're at is because the months are a little bit shorter, we have more darkness now. Want to make sure that your outdoor illumination is actually pretty good. So if you can get those like little, what do they call them? Solar lights. Solar lights. You want to put them down the walk. Those look really good. Inside, you can light some candles. Get some cozy throws that I think they're supposed to go on like couches, right? Yeah, I think that's where they're supposed to go. You can still get those candles that you may have got during the holidays that smells like cinnamon, cookies, cinnamon rolls is my favorite one. And I like the candles because there's not actually cinnamon rolls there, and I don't get to eat them all, which I would do. And here's a big one. Make sure you take down your holiday decorations. I think there's like maybe a week, maybe two at the most, that people will be like, okay, they haven't taken those down yet. But come on, you gotta, even if it's super cool and you got all those things around, make sure to take it down. It's January. Let it go. One other thing too is during these months it is a little bit cooler out. So one thing that I would suggest that you do is, just like in the summer months here in Florida, we crank down to make sure it's nice and cool. When they get through the scorching heat, they walk in and like, oh, it's so cool in here. Well, it's the opposite now. So prior to getting your house ready, which is turning on all the lights, crank that heat up so they walk in and they feel nice and toasty. All right, so it could be, and it can be, a difficult task anytime that you're selling a home, especially if it's not in the prime selling months. And that's going to differ depending on where you're actually at. But just know, if you get a skilled and licensed real estate professional in your area, that they'll be able to guide you through and make sure that you get the best price and sell it in the best amount of time. If you're not in our area, do let us know. We're more than happy to hook you up with somebody nice. If you are here, do give us a call. We're more than happy to help out. Again, I'm Tim.
I'm Megan.
And this is Wednesday with the Whittemore Group, and we will see you next time. Bye.